The human brain is a biological system built to conserve energy. It seeks the path of least resistance to function with minimal caloric expenditure. The result of this biological cost-cutting is autopilot. You navigate your morning routine, commute, and work tasks with almost zero conscious cognitive effort. While automation aids survival, it leads to cognitive stagnation. Without consistent challenge, the neural networks that govern complex problem-solving begin to lose their density. Neuroplasticity, the physical rewiring of the brain, requires specific intense demand. While passive relaxation has its own physiological benefits, it doesn't provide the level of tension required to force the brain to build new high-performance neural pathways. To grow our mental sharpness, we have to intentionally sabotage this biological efficiency. We have to introduce deliberate, uncomfortable friction into our routines. We start by disrupting our most dominant input system, visual processing. This is a Schulte table. Locate numbers 1 to 25 in ascending order within 30 seconds. Scanning the board like this creates a measurable spike in processing speed. It stretches peripheral vision, forcing you to capture data from the edges. We can increase that friction with the multicolor text challenge. Your task is to ignore the text and state the ink color of each word out loud as quickly as possible. Your brain has a deeply ingrained reflex to read the word red. But the rules demand you identify the color blue. These two systems clash, creating a bottleneck. Working through that bottleneck destroys the path of least resistance. Resolving that internal conflict builds the concentration and working memory required for complex multitasking. We can apply this same principle of friction to our physical habits and motor memory. Try making a peace sign with your right hand and an OK gesture with your left. Then rapidly swap them. Doing this 5 times in 10 seconds requires intense mental focus to override the physical defaults your hands want to follow. You can find this tension in daily tasks by switching to your non-dominant hand. Brushing your teeth, eating your meals, or writing with your weak hand forces the brain to pay attention to a routine it usually ignores. Using the wrong hand places a barrier on established motor pathways. The brain maps new neural links. Now, close your eyes and draw a circle. Removing visual feedback forces the brain to rely on spatial memory and internal mapping. By stripping away our physical defaults, we drive the brain out of its complacency, upgrading our coordination and spatial awareness. Finally, we must look at the friction we've removed from our environment through technology. Every time we use a calculator for a simple tip or rely on a contact list for a phone number, we are outsourcing our cognition. Over time, this lack of effort leaves the brain less capable of recall. Replacing passive phone games with active challenges like Sudoku, chess, or word scrambles restores that demand. These require actual decision and pattern recognition. This isn't about becoming a light. It's about choosing manual recall to rebuild cognitive self-reliance. When you challenge yourself to remember a list without your phone, you are turning your own mind back into your primary tool. These exercises form a regimen for mental resistance training. They work by systematically short-circuiting the lazy defaults we rely on. Deliberate friction is the mechanism that allows us to take control of our long-term cognitive health. Neuroplasticity does not have an expiration date. Your mind can be sharpened at any age. As long as you are willing to introduce difficulty back into your daily routine, you can start that process right now. Close your eyes and type a comment blindfolded or hit the like button with your non-dominant hand. It's a small, immediate way to take your brain off autopilot.